So let me ask you, what's going on here?
I have two printers that are not printing white. So I'm going to do the basics first, which is pulling white ink from my dampers, making sure it flows evenly, and it does. So I'll put those back, and I'm going to take some ink from the tank and see if it makes a difference. This tube in the back that all your waste ink goes into. Every time it parts over the capping station, the station pulls out ink just to keep it flowing smoothly, to stop it from clogging. What we want to do, which we can't do unless it is parked onto the station, which is not right now because it's cleaning. So we'll let it do its thing. And then we're going to go to the back. We're going to get this tube here, and we're going to pull from it. See, as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's waste ink that comes out of that when it's cleaning. And so we're going to let that do its thing. And then when we finish, we're going to pull some through, because sometimes it gets stuck in there and you got to pull it through in order to allow it to flow smoothly. So we'll start. And this is basically the same thing. Now see this? That's no good. There's nothing that should be causing your ink to have all those bubbles in there. So we got to go through some trials. We're going to do some waste ink. The same thing we did on this one, we're going to do on this one, because we're having the same problem on both, but they just showing up in different signs. So y'all don't laugh at my waste ink jar from Miami. So this is my waste ink jar, y'all. They come in different forms and fashions, as long as you keep it clean. So we empty this when it get full to the brim. Like right now it needs to be empty, but maybe one more can be dumped in there and we can salvage it. Okay, so for this one, you always want to do this. Try to do this when your print head is parked on the thingamajig. But first, the first thing we got to do, because there shouldn't be this many air bubbles. So you want to check a few things. You want to check in your ink tank. See, it's air bubbles coming all through here. So the problem is probably going to be somewhere around here. It could be so many things. It could be something's leaking, something's clogged from here. It could be a hole in the line. It could be low ink. There's our problem. There's no freaking ink. Cannot print white ink with no white ink. That was an easy solution. That was an easy solution, y'all. I'm so glad it was that easy, because I'm confident now. Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go ahead, put some ink in there. You guys didn't see me do it, but you got to shake your ink bottle before you put it in the tank, because it's white ink. Supposedly, it's high viscosity, so it doesn't really settle as much as your average white ink, but I still shake mine because nothing is perfect. So I take my whole tank whenever I do that and I shake it, because ink settles at the bottom. Don't shake it out of your tank, but you know, you shake it enough so that you can mix the new ink with the old ink. And don't forget to wipe your floor when you finish. So now we got all these little bubbles. So let's do this. You generally want to do this with the print head off of the capping station. And when it gets there, just turn it off. Turn it off from the back once it moves from over the capping station. And then we're going to take our white, because these are the ones that have the holes in it. And then we're going to get our syringe. And what we're going to do is just suck out some of that white ink and those air bubbles. There we go. So what we're doing, and we hold it up this way. This is the proper way when you want to suck the ink and the bubbles out of the dampers. You hold it up like this, okay? Not like this. That's not the way to do it. You hold it up like this. And you just take maybe about 3 milliliters of ink. Okay, it's flowing perfectly. As you can see, the ink is in there. And you do the other one. All right, y'all, so we got some ink in there. Keep it clean. Get you one of those like eyeglass cleaners, something like that, cell phone cleaners. They don't have lint on them. and it's better for your print head because it helps minimize clogging. Okay, and then we're gonna politely put those back into their spots. I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see what I'm doing. There we go. And guys, make sure there's no like notches. Like if I would have just put that in any kind of way, it would have disturbed my white ink flow when you have kinks and stuff like that. This is normal to see bubbles there. I still see maybe 1 or 2 bubbles, but we're going to try to run it through a clean and see if it mellows itself out. And y'all forgive me, this is just me. I don't like that thing to be up and just flowing any kind of way. If you guys have this printer, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes we got to rig it up and it's just rigged specifically for that one printer. But that's what it is. So we've done that. We're going to turn it back on. We're going to let it do its thing. It's going to run a clean automatically. It may run another clean once you're ready to print. Just let it do what it does. And we will see if we fix our white ink problem. If it was just as simple as running it through a clean, okay? We'll be back. To me, it's still not where I need it to be because there should be a strong backing of white. You should be able to see like different tones of white. Everything should be one even tone. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just let this run its course. Let this particular print run its course, because sometimes when you just let it go through, as you can see, the ink started off really basic and then it started to get stronger. But sometimes when you just let it run its course, it can balance itself out. So that's what I'm going to do with this image. I'm going to let it run its course. And if it continues to get stronger throughout the rest of the image, then I'll just leave it alone and we're good for now. If not, then I'm going to do a few more things and see if we can pump up the white backing of the image.
You pretty much show, like when you show.
I already see signs that I fixed it.
What are those signs?
You see how there's white in there? You see white in there, that means that it's pulling and that there's some white coming out. So we know that at least the waste pump is working. So now we see if the white is actually printing out of the print head.
This one you fixed.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. My heart was about to start coming out a little bit, y'all, because DTF is nothing without the white ink. Like, the white ink is literally everything. So when your white is whitened, you're good to go. But if your white's not whitened, I don't know what to tell you. This white is white, and as you can see, it used to take me 8 hours and another shift to be able to figure this out. If you keep following us, I promise, all my DTF fixers and workers out there, I promise you, keep following me, you'll be able to fix your printer in 5 seconds too. I won't say 5 seconds, I'm capping a little bit, but 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes, we get you back up and running, okay? It's all about just knowing your machine. Every single machine is different. They all work basically the same. They're all made the same, but they all are different. We're the ones that make them different. If you tinker with it more, you might have problems with it more. If you leave it alone, you might get more out of it. That's just my perspective. But yeah, so we're going to let these babies do what they do. Me being the perfectionist that I am, because y'all, listen, the mother boys will sell y'all this. They will sell y'all this because the truth is, you won't even be able to tell the difference once you put this on a shirt. But me being the type of person that I am, the people at Graffix being the type of people that we are, we're not finna sell y'all this. For what? That is not cute. That does not look good. That goes, you know where? In the bin. It goes right in the bin because it's not worth it. We want to give you top quality. We want to give you something that we would give ourselves. And so I'm going to let this finish printing. Like I said, I'm going to let it do its thing. And then I'm going to print the real order. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to show y'all how we really let things go up in here. Okay? We looking good. We looking good. It's all good.